Hello, this is Beta A Ben for Pixel Spank, and I've still got a cold, so continuing my things you would do when you had a cold as a kid, I'm playing the video game of Pirates of Dark Water, which I believe was a cartoon that wasn't really good enough to be on during primetime cartoons. On the distant and watery world of Myr, the dying King Primus escapes from an evil pirate lord, Bloff. To reveal to Ren his past and his destiny, Ren, the son of King Primus, must save the planet Myr and his home, Octopon, from the deadly dark water. Now, if memory serves, the dark water was a kind of plague that was spreading. Treasures of rule, Ren can control the dark water. Yeah, that's boilerplate, standard stuff, I'm sure. I'm assuming side-scrolling platformer, as this is a licensed game, but it might not be. Ren and his crew, Ayos the hardened ex-pirate, and Tula, the adventure-seeking heroine, must embark on a journey that will constantly test Ren and his crew's strength and dedication towards the quest. Now, if memory serves, this was one of those TV series where they were pirates, a lot of pirates, not much pirating happened. They have swords and shit, but they can't really use them because this is kids' TV. I remember it being one of those cartoons where there could have been like 10 episodes and they never finished the series. It might have gone on for like 1,000 episodes, but you'll have only ever seen 3 of them, and there'll have been like part 1 and part 2 of 2 separate arcs, inexplicably, and a clip show. Alright, let's just skip all this now. I have tremendously low and high expectations for this at the same time. Should we check the options first, just in case? Oh, well, there we go. Can I change it? Nope, it's just... well, hang on. So, oh, right, you can change it. It just takes about 8 button presses. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's normal and hard, like normal and hard. But it doesn't cycle, so left gets you to normal. That's just weird. Players hit. I'm assuming that means friendly fire. Alright, we're ready now. I've changed the difficulty. That's the most important thing. I don't know why the title music just stopped. Have I done that? No. It's back. Alright, so do we want to be Tula, low strength, high agility. Ren, medium strength, medium agility. Or Ayos, high strength, low agility. I'm going to go with Ren, as he's quite attractive. He would get passed around in the pirate world. Right. Okay. Not sure if I could really do anything there. I didn't really try. Behold, Dragon's Maw. You remember from the hit TV show. Okay, so it's a side-scrolling 3D style beat-em-up. This is normally a good sign because these games are rarely like bad. So far, it feels quite good. Fuck you, fuck you. Notice he's got that broken sword, but all his attacks seems to be like punches and knees. Right. Okay. I'm gonna experiment with some different buttons now. I feel like this is a special move and it should cost me something, but I can't see that it is. Oh, I can block. So far, this game has already got more moves than, like, let's say Golden Axe, a dedicated beat-em-up. That's impressive. The aspect ratio is a bit odd, though, isn't it? Like, the 4x3 I come to expect, but this is, like, this is square, which implies maybe it was based on the arcade cabinet. There must be a limit to this spinning kick attack, because it's got quite a good range, seems to be unblockable, and is incredible. Holy hell, did you see that dragon? That's crazy. I almost regret picking the lower difficulty level. Fuck you. Punch that monkey. I recognise that kind of bird monkey. I think he was in the show. Like, he was an annoying sidekick. There's some tremendous enemy variety here, isn't there? Alright, I reckon that spinning kick uses my health. It does, that's why I died. And I couldn't use it for a while there. So in doing that, I actually killed myself. I knew there'd be a cost, but for some reason I just couldn't see it. There's not much in the way of combos. In fact, weirdly, if I hammer the punch button, that seems to give me a good 3 or 4 hit combo. Everyone knows the secret to these games is jump attacks, isn't it? But this sword attack just seems to be really slow. I'm guessing it's like a heavy attack is the idea. We'll get into a boss fight. Look at that. By carefully not moving the foreground and the background, it adds depth to the game. Alright, let's just wait here. Survive. Fuck you. Gets tremendous like reach on this attack. I would pair this game like the cartoon series it was based on, which if you don't remember it, this entire video becomes even more pointless. As one of those cartoons that I can't imagine it was anyone's favourite. It probably was, but I suspect not. It would be in there with there was a cartoon series called, I think it was like Ulysses 20 odd something that was like a sci-fi retelling of the journey of Ulysses from like the Greek epic, which is a weird concept for a kids show, isn't it? I presume it's because licensing is free. I remember that being awful. And then I almost don't want to say this, but the TV show Mask, I remember watching Mask and thinking it felt like a cheap version of Transformers in a way, because they had cars that could transform a little bit but not that much, and then also they had the masks which varied in power greatly. Like I'm sure one of them, like he put his mask on and he could shoot lasers with it. That's pretty useful. But then another one was like, yeah, binoculars. That was Mask, which I think stood for something. And now I'm trying to remember, was every plot of Mask them having to race for some reason? Or was that just one episode I remember? It does show something about the difficulty level I'm on, that I haven't actually used anything other than the punch button for a few minutes here while I blow my nose. And I didn't die. That was a 2-tissue job. Oh shit, I'm surrounded. Thing is, you use that jump kick, because it uses health, is there any point in actually using it? Yeah, sword. Sword. It's slower, but heavier. But, yeah, I mean, see, I feel like I've done myself a disservice. Now if I make any complaints about like the enemies not really doing much, is it because I put the difficulty down? Normally these games are just way too hard, and I've ruined myself now. This guy can block, and he's basically unbeatable. Because he can't punch through it. Oh. If you just walk up to him, you grab them. I've learned that now. I'm trying to... Oh, hello. I've learned a new attack. An incredibly quick kick. That almost seems like it's a mistake in the programming. Like they programmed that for one single frame and no one looked at it and realised you can't even see it. It needs to be like a much longer animation to be seen. Oh, so this level is really long. Fuck me, that one does weird flips. I'm alright with punching a woman. It's fine. Just knee her in the face if you have to. A lot of enemy variety, isn't there? Like, a lot of different sprite work going on. And it looks like they've all got different weapons and shit. I don't think it affects them in any way, but they've got them. I look pretty professional, didn't it? I blocked a few hits. It's incredibly repetitive, this. I would say this would be the sort of game that if you rented this to play with your friend and or sibling for a weekend, you'd probably be alright with it. Because it's like, it's not awful, there's stuff going on, and currently it feels like you could progress quite comfortably. Oh, boss fight. Didn't really mean to do that. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. He's got... His attacks take precedent over mine. I might go and look up if this series ever reached a conclusion to its storyline. I'll assume not. The key is heavy attacks, because you have slightly more range than him, it seems. And it knocks him on his arse every time. Oh, he's learning. Fuck you. Bluff, indeed. How much can I survive this? I must remember to block. Fuck you. Fuck off. Alright, there we go. I've learned the pattern now. I haven't learned the pattern. Shit. Please let me just continue here with his same health. Good. One hit away. How annoying is that? Oh wait, is he dead? Do I get a treasure now? Go on, give me a treasure. Alright. The sprite, just parts of him has disappeared. That's fine. Don't question it. That's his reward. Turns out this is the tragic origin story of Rayman. Ren? No. Alright, I thought initially this might be like some sort of kind of open world that you cruise around on the boat and find little secrets. But it's clearly just a very poorly done world map that you can't even move around on. So I didn't even get a treasure for that, I just got the compass. That gets the game one more level if there's like 7 treasures, doesn't it? Atani Palace, you remember this episode. Oh, it's birds, mate. Flew him in. Okay, that is quite an outfit. Like, I felt like the others were like... You know, now that I realise, there's 2 of them in this outfit. I've definitely seen the green one before, but just they're just wearing hot pants and go-go boots. Actually, there's a lot of skin from a lot of characters here. You can probably add this to that list of shows that that you realise might have contributed to your child's homosexuality. Not in a bad way. He-Man, you know, so that's one of them. Just oddly homoerotic things. Wrestling is another good one. In fact, that's probably it, isn't it? They're all dressed like wrestlers. Or more likely, if they were going to sell action figures of these, this would do it. I forgot to even try to run, and I died immediately. That's the other ultimate technique for fighting games like this, isn't it? Is running and attacking faster than they can do anything. Which didn't work, but... Fuck you. Yes, I chose to do that. Piss off, piss off. He's walking on air somehow. I like how the fat guy, he's clearly got loads of knives and shit, but he doesn't want to use any of them. You know, some people say it's cheap when they do like palette swaps to give you different enemies in games. I'm fine with it because it adds variety. I'd rather that than just no variety in the enemies. I'm thinking of Destiny in particular when I say that. One of my main issues with Destiny. Always the same fucking enemies. You bastard. For some reason, that guy holding his sword up is just oddly terrifying. I really love the fact that the enemies take trap damage as well. Like, quite often the game will be a dick about that, but they seem to follow the same rules. They don't seem to have prepared the AI for dealing with that eventuality whatsoever, though. This is the same technique I used in that cave with the falling boulder. It's incredibly effective. Something annoying about the fact that the heavy attack doesn't have any combo. You can't like link it with the other attack either. Yeah. Amazing spin. I bet there's a code that lets you use that without taking damage, probably. It's weird. Games like this, they're big on giving you codes for loads more lives, but never infinite health. There's probably a programming reason for that. 2 block attacks. Look, a hidden city. What could it be? They got names as well. There's D-Rider, Sickle Man, and my personal favourite, Lady Pirate. Big Pirate. So that's a D-Rider, which you assume is either Dragon or Dark. Dragon because D normally stands for Dragon. Dark because this is Dark Water, the game. If I didn't know any better, I would have said this was based on an anime, but it's Hanna-Barbera, so it's not. I'm getting in trouble there. I've only got one hand and I've gone with this, but she doesn't seem to want it. I could probably have just blown my nose a bit quicker, but it's... Yeah, you don't want to rush these things. Can I pick up the watermelon? I want to pick up the watermelon. There we go. It wasn't easy. You had to find just the right point. Are these enemies stronger, or am I being lazy in fighting them? A new move. You can dash, jump, and shoulder barge in the air, which I expect is entirely unintended. These guys have so much health. Yeah, they definitely have a longer health bar. It's maybe as much as 50% longer. Why won't you die? Yeah. Is this a thing? Can I do anything with it? Get back on there. Ah, damn it. Just can't. Just can't manage. I want the statue to be something. There it is. I knew there was something. I got an item point. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. Very, very poor flame effect there. If I had to guess, I'd say this game was like originally released on another console, because it looks like arse and it could look better. Like the colours are a bit washed out. They don't pop anywhere near enough. And weirdly, no one has ever said this, but the resolution is too small. I think this is probably a port of, at the very least, an arcade game, or a console that is less powerful than the SNES, but more powerful than the NES, would be my guess. Should I do some research? I'm going to do some research. I'll just leave that running. That'll be fine. What's this called? Dark Water. There we are. Pirates of Dark Water. Oh, bollocks. I've got that's the wrong page. Where's the Wikipedia page? It's always a good sign, isn't it, when the Wikipedia page doesn't come up very quickly. Here we are. American Fantasy Animated Television Series. First aired in 1991. That's my age. It had 2 seasons, 21 episodes. Oh, Frank Welker was involved. Frank Welker, I believe, voiced everything. I'm now going to look it up. Yep, he's the voice of basically everything. Right. Ships, the Wrath episodes, voice cast, home media, other media. Other media, that'll be it, isn't it? Ah, here we are. Pirates of Dark Water video games were also released for the SNES and Sega Genesis, both published by Sunsoft. Super NES version is a side-scrolling beat-em-up co-developed by Japanese and American staff members that players can choose as, yep, we know that. Each player has a life-draining desperation attack and the ability to block, something not common in games of this genre. I agree. The Genesis version, developed by Team Iguana, also known as Acclaim Studios Austin, is a side-scrolling platform game with RPG elements. And there was an RPG released in 1994, but with a limited production run, which I think means a tabletop RPG, but it doesn't actually say. Anything else? It was reviewed favourably. Serious, well written, had a certain amount of craft in its characters. Alright. I just remember not liking it. As I suspect, it probably wasn't made for me. Oh, have I died? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, and I didn't continue. Bloff has won. The 7 Seas has been dealt with. 21 episodes in 2 series. That's just... There's something oddly amazing about that, isn't there? Though looking at this, it was only off the air... No, it was off the air for a whole year, so... They did 13 episodes, and then a further 8. That's not a good sign, is it? I don't think they get the treasure, though. Yeah, it looks like it never ends. So that was Darkwater. I want to call it the Pirates of Darkwater, which I think it is actually called. Yeah, the Pirates of Darkwater. It's just confusing because like the title screen, I'm sure, just makes it look like it says Darkwater. Yeah, you can just about make out the Pirates of. I also want to add the Pirates of Darkwater Bay, the word Bay at the end, but that's not right. So, a little bit we haven't seen. Little story details. Note how the artwork there on the left at the top is what he actually looked like in the show, and they made him way more buff below. Fights with his fists and a broken sword from King Primus. Let's just see the others, shall we? Just to get a feel. I know it's not going to do it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.